Good morning. My name is Victor. I'm the lead counsel of the Igbo Nation, Igbo Association. And today, supposed to be the case, we refer the referendum case, which ought to come today, but unfortunately they called it lost, and the case adjourned to 14th of March. But one interesting development happened today. You can see today that interesting development where other nations came and filed application to be joined. The Yoruba nation has a qualified application. The Calabar came and filed. The John nation filed. They're not an after already. So you can see that the Nigerians are coming together, asking for, filing for one thing, that they want a referendum. All of you can know what happened yesterday. Yesterday was the trial of Martin and the Cal, and what was the nitty-gritty of his case. He was asking for a referendum. And today, you can see the whole nation coming together, asking for the same thing, which is referendum. That shows that the Nigerian nation are not in peace. They want to negotiate. They want to negotiate the unity of this country to determine whether the unity of this country can stand or not. And I've said it before, and I continue to say it, that the referendum does not automatically mean that it must go one way. It can go either ways. If the major tribes in Nigeria, that is the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Igbo, even the Efik, all of them are here now, asking for one thing. If they have come together and decided they want to be one part of called the United Nigeria, a great Nigeria, and where they decide so and vote and want to be Nigeria, then that will bring peace, unity, and then equality. Where no tribe is subjected to the other tribe, where we have all the tribes as first-class citizens, no second-class citizens, no third-class citizens in Nigerian empire, in Nigerian business, in Nigerian enterprise. So that's what we are saying. And then, but if they decide another way, that they want to part their ways, they will part in peace. If the Igbos decide that they want to have a country called Biafra, they will go and have their country called Biafra. And it will bring, if they just decide, if the Yoruba decide, they will go. And that will bring peace in the sub-region, African sub-region. Nigeria is one of the biggest, the most populated country in Africa, and if there is problem here, it will affect the whole of Africa and the whole world. But if there is peace in Nigeria, it will bring stability, progress, and prosperity to the people of Nigeria. And this suit is capable of doing that. I've said it before. This suit is, and I don't know why. This person I asked before. We are not. The country should not be afraid of referendum. The federal government should not be afraid of referendum. It will, instead of bringing disaster, it will bring peace. All of you see what is happening in this country. We don't have the desired peace. This case is capable of bringing that peace that is eluding this country. And we believe that when the court sits and listen to all the whole major tribes in Nigeria ask for one thing, the court, I believe, by the grace of God, will do justice to the request we have put forward before this court. Thank you, and God bless you.
In addition, I am the Secretary of the Igbo Lawyers Association. My name is Barrister Felix Jonathan. I want to lay my credence to what my learned colleague said. We are representing the Igbo lawyers on behalf of the Igbo nation. One thing about this suit is that Nigeria is experiencing, for the first time, wherein we are initiating a means of either parting or staying together through the legal means. Other times, what we are hearing is agitations leading to criminality, leading to accusations and terrorism, as it may be. But today, you can see that nobody is fighting. The Yorubas are here, the Igbos are here, the Calabars are here, even the National Assembly, their representatives, they are here. They have filed their suit and we exchange our applications. So what we are saying is that this is a novelty to Nigerians, which every other nation, every other tribe should emulate. Because if, like I said before, that we file an application, our application before the court has not been had, not been joined, but we file application that the Igbos should be joined to determine their fate. Until we are joined, we now tell the court, we now tell the world what we have in mind. We cannot, whether people are talking about referendum, whether people are talking about self-determination, every other thing, as far as the Igbos we are concerned, we are not yet party to the suit. All we are saying is that our application is ripe for hearing. If we are joined as parties to the suit, we will not tell the world what we want. And I believe that is what other tribes, what they are asking for. Let them be joined in the suit. If they are joined in the suit, then we will determine our fate. We may, at the long run, we decide to maybe cohabit. One or two tribes cohabit to stay together or to stay independently or even to remain in one nation. That is the situation. So what we are saying is that, looking at what happened yesterday, I'm using the case of Martin Nandekalo. It appears that Martin Nandekalo lead the sacrifice, meaning that other people, other tribes, they have that in their mind, but they want to come to the legal means. So we are happy. Thank you very much.
Basically, today we are also equally embarrassed at Dixon's of here. Basically, today the business of the today was actually for us to also take our application for joinder. We filed an application to join the suit, this particular suit. As a matter of fact, the whole essence of the suit is about self-determination. Certain human rights activists from the northern part of the nation actually filed this suit, calling on the National Assembly whether they have the powers based on Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Section 123(21) of the African Charter on Human and People's Enforcement and Ratification Act 2004, whether the National Assembly can actually create a legal framework where the opportunity will be given to people to call a referendum to actually, particularly the southeastern part of the nation, to actually determine or decide, deliberate on their bid for self-determination. That's number one question. Then the number two question is basically whether or not the National Assembly also have, the powers to actually call the two houses together, to come together to, as a matter of fact, probably deliberate or decide on their bid for self-determination, that is talking about the southeastern states, and also whether the National Assembly is under any legal obligation to provide a legal framework that will allow the southeastern parts to actually deliberate and call for self-determination, thereby giving them the opportunity to perhaps move away from the geographical entity called Nigeria, upon the grounds that it is a forced marriage and it appears this marriage is not working. And therefore, they are agitating, based on the various agitations, they are agitating that if the National Assembly can actually answer these questions in the affirmative, then all the various ethnic groups that are involved can, as a matter of peace, move away. It's not about, arms, carry. It's about the courts coming to actually interpret these sections of the Constitution and the African Charter on Human and People's Enforcement Ratification Act 2004. That is basically the essence of it. Unfortunately, the courts never sat, and the matter has been adjourned to 14th of March 2022 for that year. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm representing the John National Congress from the Niger Delta, the John National Congress, which is a registered, organization or association.
Your name again?
CAC, Barrister Dixon. So that's why.
I'm the lawyer representing the Yoruba nation in the ongoing suit filed by some northern personalities for a referendum so that the Igbo nation can live the country peacefully. And the Yoruba nation decided to file a joint application in this suit because we are also agitating for self-determination. Therefore, it is not only the Igbos that should live. The referendum should be made general. And every other tribe in the country that is not happy with of things or that is desirous of leaving the nation for a better one should quickly pull out. As we know, that self-determination is a sacrosanct right of every citizen and tribe. That even the international communities they are aware of this, which they approve of. The many treaties, charters, and articles that Nigeria is party to have stated that self-determination is very, very important. It's a right. is a right. So, and you cannot force an unwilling tribe on a willing nation. It is not possible. Therefore, let the referendum be made general. As you can see, even we have the Igbos that have joined, the Calabars have joined, and the other major tribes in Nigeria. They've joined the same suit. Let it be general, not for the Igbos only. Thank you.
Barrister Sunday Ekwo. I'm representing the Calabar province, and we are here in this matter. We have found our process to be joined as party. We believe that this is a matter of national interest, and we want to be heard. We also don't want us to be annexed to any other part. We are calling for a referendum where every part of Nigeria can make a decision as to where they want to belong to. The Abasi Nation people, which is made up of the Anang, the Bibios, the Efik, the Polos, which is part of the Akwa Ibom state and Cross River state, wants to have a say in what happens to their future in this country called Nigeria. If we are living, let's us also be able to vote and say this is where we want to belong. We don't just want people to decide where we want to belong, but we want to belong, have a decision as to where we are going to as a people. And I think it is very good and ripe time for that to happen, considering the situation and the tension in the country. Let everybody have a voice as to where they want to belong. And we are here today for the first time. We had filed an application. Unfortunately, the court is not sitting, but we hope that on 14th of March, which the matter is adjourned to, the court will sit and will take our applications and be made proper parties in the case.
The name is Safian Gambo Idris. I'm the counsel for the plaintiffs in this matter. Well, as you know, it's already on record that there is a case filed by the coalition of Northern Group. And at the last adjourned day, the court did not sit, and the matter was adjourned to today. Before the last adjournment, there are two parties that have sought to be joined into the matter, the Yoruba group and the Igbo group. So by that, the application is supposed to be ripe for hearing today. And yesterday we were equally served by another group, the Ijo group, who are also seeking to be joined into the matter. Unfortunately, the court did not also sit today. And because of that, the matter was adjourned to 14th of March 2022. That's the position. And from what we discussed with our clients, we are yet to have any reasons for the absence of the judge today, but we believe all is well.
Okay, for sake of those who don't have a grasp of what this suit is all about, yes. Educate Nigerians.
What we're trying to do, or what our clients are asking us to do in this matter, is that when you consider the position of the country, which everything is no longer a secret, that there are a lot of discontent from different nationalities who felt Nigeria is not working and they want to opt out. But our clients are of the view that the right thing to do is to do that under the provisions of the law. We have seen the civil war in the 60s. Even after the civil war, we do not have Biafra. Nigeria still remains the same. So we still believe, or they are of the view that going through the same direction, doing the same thing and expecting different results would be very detrimental to our coexistence. People are being killed, properties destroyed in the course of that. So they felt an approach was that, is there any legal remedy? Because there are arguments that under the constitutions of Nigeria, there is no provisions for referendum. But the question is that apart from the constitution of Nigeria, there are other legislations which Nigeria is bound by being a member of the international community. And the African Charter on Human and People's Rights is one of them. And Article 20 of that charter have provided for right for self-determination. And we felt since there is the provisions of that, and it has been ratified by the National Assembly, and there are a lot of cases to back that. The case of the Anifa Emi against the federal government is a locus classicus, that any charter in which a Nigeria is a signatory is binding on Nigeria. So if that charter is binding, it is our argument that certainly since these provisions of the Charter have allowed for self-determination, then one cannot argue under the Constitution and say that there is no provision for self-determination. And since the Charter have provided for referendum as one of the means through which any persons from any member country who is not comfortable remaining in that country can opt out, then the right thing to do is to actually activate that provision and allow any person. We are not just saying, our clients are not just saying Igbo should go. No, Igbos and any other nationality who is no longer enjoying his stay in Nigeria should be given opportunity to decide whether he wants to stay or whether he wants to go. Because there is difference between someone saying, I want to go, and then having a general view. Somebody can be in a position of authority, have control of the media and keep pumping out certain things, and that is not the general view of the people. But when you allow the people to decide for themselves through referendum, they will be able to vote and say, no, I want to go or I want to stay in the country. This is what we are simply asking for. Give people the opportunity to decide for themselves whether they are enjoying the marriage or they are no longer enjoying the marriage, whether they want to stay or they want to go out. Give that opportunity.